Hello there, welcome to Advantage Forum. I am Deborah Njukaife, and of course today I am super excited to be doing this again with you. Well, remember when I said we're going to be having innovators, industry leaders, and experts to share their insights on their experiences. Well, today I have an incredible guest, and I love you to meet him. Let's meet Mr. Osilama Emmanuel. Let's get to meet you. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, listeners. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Thank you. Well, let us get to meet you. Let's know what you've been into, what you've done so far, because I know you're a businessman. Okay, you've achieved a whole lot in the real estate industry. You are an author, and so many more. So let's just get to meet you on all of those.
That's interesting. Where will I start from? Well, my name is Osilama. I'm an estate surveyor by training, and I major in estate development. That's what I do. It's true that I'm an author. I've written a few books and a motivator and a church person.
Okay, that's nice. Good to hear.
You can try to specify any area.
Any area? Okay, that's nice. But now, speaking about being a motivator, I know you have the Osilama Leadership and Training Academy. So balancing your role as a CEO across so many companies, right? How do you manage or mentor young leaders? How do you help manage these people alongside the multiple companies you also manage?
It's a matter of sacrifice. It's commitment to adding value to other lives, because while growing up, I had some personal experience, and I knew that some of the things I knew now, if I knew them earlier, I would be far ahead. So I'm trying to see that most people that are coming behind me, they don't go through the same process I went through. Some of these things are very easy, but if you don't have the right information, you can be turning around the circle. Yeah. So that's the reason why we came up with this school, so we can raise new leaders.
New leaders. That's very inspiring. That's impressive. Okay, so what inspired you to establish the Osilama
Leadership Development Academy?
Yes.
A lot inspired me. Like I said, you look at the environment where we are. There's a complete disconnect from what people expect and from what is happening. I'll give you an instance, not to criticize, but just an illustration. Everybody wants to be like Davido, everybody wants to be like Whiskey, so you see every youngster, you see that wearing a stud or is wearing dread, because that's the idol they can see, that's the model they are seeing, so that's their role model, they want to be like them. And so what we want to do is to tell people that you don't need to dress like that to make money. Because the idea is that if you don't look like that, you are not a superstar, you don't have money or something, you are not in vogue. You can actually look decent and still be in vogue. So that's the idea we're bringing to the table. We want to disrupt the way people think, especially the youth. They are vulnerable. Whatever they see is what they just copy and start to behave. Even if you go to churches, you see a lot of people are carrying dread. Just genuinely born again. But because of the way they look, people tend to misunderstand them. But it's because of what they can see. This is what is available, so everybody wants to look like that. For them, it doesn't mean, because some of these people, when you get close to them, most of these role models, they are also born again. They are Christians. They speak in tongues. They live their lives. So everybody wants to be like a Christian that is carrying dread, that has earring on the ear. But when you see somebody that is just normal, dressing simple, and yet it's growing, you too say, okay, it's also possible. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's very perfect for an example. Can you share a pivotal moment from your career journey and how it has shaped your entrepreneurial and the leadership approach?
So many moments. One of the most interesting experience I've had was there are several. One of them that I've had that shaped my entrepreneurial journey was getting into a transaction where I was set up. Oh. Yes, I was set up. I was supposed to buy a property for about 260 million. And the lady selling the property didn't mean to sell the property to me. She just wanted to take part of my money because I was paying deposit and take the property back because she underrated me. So in the document I was supposed to sign, there were so many clauses that were unnecessary. So that really affected my life, the way I do business after that time, because we ended up in court and we were in court for so many years. It showed me that before you sign a document,
you should have to read through.
Again and again, and if possible, get a lawyer to go through. That really shaped my life, and it has helped me. That has never happened again, but it was a very great moment in my life because she took me for granted and dealt with me mercilessly.
So people watching right now, you should have this idea behind that. When you want to sign a document, a contract, or whatever it is, you should have an experienced person or a lawyer with you that would help go through the clauses and everything. So who are your mentors or figures that have influenced you, during your...
There are so many of them.
There's people that have contributed to success. Okay.
Yes, product of so many books. So they cut across people that I've met and a lot of people that I've not seen. I'm a Christian. So one of my major mentors is my father in the faith, Bishop David Oyedepo. I patterned most of my things after him because I like the way he does his things. He runs his church like... it's business-minded, like business. So if you understand the way he's doing it, you can succeed in anything that you do. I also, I follow a lot of people. Mrs. Ondo Konjo. I follow Udo Konjo. I follow her closely. I follow Tony Elumelu. I follow so many of the Femi Otedola. I follow anybody including the late Wigwe. I follow them closely. Just observe them from afar. Then I do a lot of reading. So a lot of reading. Yes, I'm able to understand the way people think, even though I've not met them. Yes.
Your Instagram bio caught my eyes. You said churchman. You said churchman. How do your religious belief influence your business decisions, and what role has the church played in your success?
Well, I just want to be a unique person. Going through life, I observe a lot of people don't want to identify with their God. They just want to be separate. From my personal observation about life, I want to give God that first place. So I just want to be different. I'm a destructive person. So churchman means I'm a church person. In fact, some of my books, you see a church boy. I go to church in the morning, I go to church in the evening, almost every day of my life. So God has helped me. I'm a product of grace. Yes, no doubt. I would rather not share my story. It's funny. Because I used to be a Muslim.
Oh, really? Nice.
And I was a scholar, not just somebody who go to mosque. Okay. So I read the Quran. That means I can actually recite the Quran as I sit with you. I celebrated graduating from Islamic school.
That's interesting. How has the church influenced your success? Like, how has it played a role in
what church has done to me is that church has been able to help me to indoctrinate the principles of living a very simple life, where you are not carried away by maybe the things that are happening within the environment. You just live your life part time. Because you have a lot of people watching you. You don't want to be seen as somebody who is living a double standard life, you understand? Yes, being in church has helped me to be disciplined. There was a phase of my life that there's no nightclub that I didn't know in Abuja.
So, churchman, you were once...
That means I was not a churchman before. So I just changed. I became a churchman. And I had like 2 or 3 friends who called me for a meeting and gave me 6 months to come back. So that's betting.
Inspiring.
So that betting is what changed, what helped me.
Wow.
Because they said 6 months, you come back. They gave me like 2, 3 examples. That this person, you will spend 6 months. This one, your own, we can see that you are behaving like a mad person. So 6 months, you come back.
Wow.
And that's several years, and it's like 20 years.
20 years. Wow, I'm just wowed through. I love the fact that I'm getting to know this part of you, aside you being a businessman and the rest of it. Now, the question is, how do you manage to balance your role as a serial businessman with your compassionate efforts to, assist others?
Sincerely, it's not easy. It's just about sacrifice. It's about sacrifice. If you are committed to it, you will see yourself setting aside a percentage of, not necessarily your profit, maybe something just to add value to other people. Because if you have people smiling around you, then your smiles will be genuine. But if you are in a situation where you are the only person smiling, the only king in the house, a king without followers is not a king. You understand? So it's better you make other people so that everybody at the same level with you. It's not good for only one person to be the hero in the room, or why every other person have to worship you before they eat. You will sit back one day after 10 years and discover that you are just at the same level, because your energy, your time, everything is splitted among so many things. So you are here, you are there, you are chasing this, you are chasing that. But if you focus on one area of the real estate, you become an authority in that area. So everybody know you that this is who you are. So if everybody need anything that has to do with that area, they look for you. That's what it is. Then from there, yes, that's how you grow. So if you want to focus on construction, focus on construction. If you want to focus on renting, focus on renting. Just make sure you develop yourself. Read books and attend relevant courses so that you can also understand this in the theoretical aspect. It's very important. Very important for you to understand the theoretical aspect of anything you are doing. If not, you will not be able to talk in public. And once you're unable to talk properly in public, you'll be in trouble. Yeah. That means somebody that will encounter you once will not want to meet you again. Then you will lose that person. And you know that the greatest currency in life is in relationship. So you meet somebody once, the person can recommend you. For you to get an appointment, you need a recommendation. For you need a referral. Even to marry, you need a referral. Whatever you want to do, there's nothing you do on earth that you don't need somebody to mention you. But when people encounter you and they are not impressed with you, first impression, that's the end.
Nice. So speaking of appointment, congratulations on your appointment as the Vice President, North Central of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria.
Thank you, but it was not an appointment, it was an election.
Election. You won. That's beautiful.
So it's not an appointment.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I want to leave a legacy. What people remember me that because they count and you this like that and me. Because they count at me. You will able to use a very comfortable method. I'd say that a future legacy that when they hear my name, you will remember some of my works. You to remember my accountant, the accountants happy with me that when they met me, that's when they knew this thing. That's when they knew that they're supposed to behave like this. And when they started behaving like this, their life turned around. I just like the account after. So majorly, I want to put them inside. So if you read my books, the find that
it really then, of course, that's beautiful. I remember you also said, you read books, particularly you don't even know, at least you get to know their thoughts and how they think. And so when somebody picks up your book, they would definitely see how you reason, how you think, your perspective, and where you're coming from. And that's one thing that has inspired me in this conversation. And I can imagine how much of the inspiration people would get to get from this conversation we just had. And I love the fact that, you mentioned the whole area from your personal life to your church growing, your growth in the church. You were understanding and now understand. And so many inspiring things about the hair called Hills there. That's so beautiful, I must say. So thank you so much for gracing our screen, for inspiring young entrepreneurs, young people out there, for inspiring me. Thank you so much once more. Congratulations.